Hi, I'm Danny Elfman, and I'm going to get into the weeds with the story behind the song on Consequence.
So today's Halloween, Dead Man's Party from your album 1986. Do you remember writing that song and how it came to you?
Yeah, it was actually really simple. My eldest daughter, Lola, I lived in Topanga Canyon in Los Angeles, and I had all these steps down to my studio. And she was little. She wandered down the steps and came in the studio. And she was asking me, looking at all my studio gear, and go, "How does this work? How does this work?" And then I had a little drum machine. It was like a brand new thing with some of my own sounds in this drum machine, which at that time was a big deal to get your own custom sounds in this DMX drum machine. And she says,
Yeah.
"How does it work?" So I said, "Well, I just start a click going, and then I go, here's a rhythm. Just showing." And she laughed, and I had this kind of thing and I said, that's kind of not bad. And it was the whole rhythm to Dead Man's Party. So after she left, I just put the guitar on to the rhythm track that I just made for her as just an example. And that was Dead Man's Party right there.
So it just flowed out of you. And then the lyrics, how did that come to you? And because obviously you are known for many things, but the holidays and Halloween and nightmares and Christmas and all of this. So there was this sort of theme of skulls and such.
Look, that's always been like kind of a part of my life. And, I used to go to the Day of the Dead in Mexico whenever I could and, to catch bits of that. And so, that's my whole life. I'm
Yeah.
surrounded by skulls and skeletons and, as long as I could remember. It was just a natural thing. And, with all songs, you kind of get rid of a bit of a melody. You're playing guitar and there's a lyric and you don't know what it means. So I think at that point it was, "Don't run away. It's only me," but I didn't know what that connected to. And then I, got, "It's a dead man party." It's just started. Okay, oh, it's a party. It's a dead man's party. All right. And you start with these little fragments of lyrics. At least I do when I'm writing a song. I start with just sometimes a word or a phrase, and then that sets. Okay, so I think it's about this, and then I just kind of keep going, and it just kind of came together like that.
One of the lyrics is, of course, "I hear the chauffeur coming to my door, says there's room for maybe just one more." And I read something that it's a reference to a 1906 short story called The Bus Conductor.
Well, no, I don't know that it's not similar to that, but that isn't something that I was
Y
inspired by.
it
I mean, I was just
Okay.
thinking of death coming to get me, dead man's party, and
Yeah.
shiny silver dollar on either eye. That's reference to like St. James Infirmary, Cab Calloway song. Um,
Oh,
and hear the chauffeur coming to my door says there's room for maybe just one more. It's like the coach coming to take you away. It's just
yeah.
kind of to me that kind of classic uh, kind of imagery of that motif, that model.
And how does it feel that this song now 40 years later is such an iconic song?
It just everything surprises me. If anything I do is popular in any way, it surprises me because I'm not a pop writer. I don't like pop music. I never
Mhm.
have. So I never considered myself like commercial. And I always considered myself like some kind of weird, twisted thing. Oingo Boingo was very difficult to market because what were we? It's like we
Yeah.
weren't a pop band, we weren't a punk band. They used to try calling us new wave, but we weren't a new wave band. And we weren't any of those things. I don't know what we were. We were like this weird kind of off center thing. We were a thing. And I've felt like that with everything I do my whole life. When I got into film music, I felt the same way. It was like I don't really listen to or the very commercial scores. I just know what I kind of love from the past, and I try to filter that through my sensibility and bring it into the orchestra. But I've still always seen myself as like some kind of offshoot. something kind of deviant from the center. And so if anything I do ever becomes popular, it's like, really? You're kidding. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.